Zohran won the mayor's race, but someone else just won the second most powerful position in New York City. Her name is Menin. She's going to be the new city council speaker. She recently declared that she has enough votes from city council members to take that role. Described as a moderate, she didn't endorse Zohran in the primary or general, which to me seems like a no-brainer, but her Upper East Side district did go for Cuomo. The city council speaker race is odd and frankly not great. Zohran won by getting 1 million votes from in a Democratic election, whereas the speaker's race is closed door, away from public input. It involves competing forces of unions, the mayor, city council members, making backroom deals, calls, securing votes, and Menin was the first able to do that. She was able to get 37 of the 51 council members supporting her. And a lot of council members just joined the bandwagon at the very last moment. A little controversy, part of her coalition includes some of these really deranged Republicans that I've mentioned before in past videos, like Vicky Palatina, who's called for Zohran's deportation, Ina Verkov, who's brandished a gun against students protesting in support of Palestine, just wild, wild stuff. Some people didn't support Menin and instead leaned towards more progressive Crystal Hudson, folks like Tiffany Caban, Alexa Aviles, Giose, Shahana, and more core members of the City Council Progressive Caucus. A lot of people joined the bandwagon last minute as well for the speaker because they're hoping to get certain committee appointments, and one of the committees that are really important is the budget committee. I can talk about that in another video later. What does this all mean? I think it's hard to predict. Things have been shifting a lot in the city. Both Menin and Zohran have released statements that have been pretty positive and focused on affordability and housing. And building new housing has been this growing focus for Zohran. He spoke about it with Trump. There's been these new ballot proposals that he came out in support of. And, we're seeing a lot more power of that going to the mayor rather than being held by city council. Menin, in a recent political article, said she does support universal childcare and turning vacant pieces of land into affordable housing, and was pretty positive towards the community safety plan that Zohran's been putting out as well. Overall, the speaker's race is a bad, less democratic process, with more insiders saying that outside pressure would have been required months and months beforehand and might have still even backfired. And it's hard for us to exert pressure on these city council members to vote a certain way because they're all term limited. They're not going to face a primary challenge from anybody because they won't be able to even run. What I do want to direct people to is there is going to be a mass call hosted by Our City, an organization that's an offshoot of the Zohran campaign. They're having a mass call on December 4th at 7 p.m. where they're going to talk to people about plugging in and being able to move forward the affordability agenda in the way that we're all familiar with by knocking doors, talking to neighbors, phone banking, organizing, and just getting it done.